Hello and welcome back. In this video we're going to work on the enemy spawner. So let's begin by grabbing our enemy and putting it in the prefabs folder like this, and save, and just delete it as we no longer need the enemy in the scene. So let's go to map, grab our floor and make it a little bit larger, just to accommodate for the new enemies. Say 80 by 80, and it should be good enough. Click on map, add child node of node 3D and call it enemy spawner. So lift this spawner a bit, so just so it's hovering above the floor, not inside of it, and it should be good enough. Now let's attach a script to our enemy spawner and put it in scripts. Create. So in our script, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to grab our enemy prefab. So we're going to say enemy prefab of type packet scene. We are also going to get the root node of the scene, so we're going to say export var root node of type of node 3D, just like this. In our process, we're going to instantiate our enemy, so we're going to say if var enemy equals to enemy prefab dot instantiate. We're going to set the position of our enemy, so position equals to say global position. So we're going to grab the global position of our spawner and we are going to say plus the following position or the following vector. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to get vector 3 dot right, and we're going to multiply it by sine of rand angle. We're going to add to it vector 3 dot forward, and we're going to multiply that by cosine of rand angle. And what rand angle is actually, it's a random point on a circle. So let's say rand angle equals rand f range, just like that, between 0 and pi times 2. So rand f range of 0 and pi times 2 is going to give us a random point on a circle, and we are going to multiply this vector by 20. One last thing, we are going to grab the root node and add child to it. That child is going to be the enemy. One last thing, let's click on our enemy, let's assign the root node, and let's assign the enemy and the enemy prefab. Let's launch and see if it works. And it works just perfect. Okay, not just perfect, because we have an error here, which is we have multiple enemies now. We're trying to destroy weapon multiple times, and we can't do that because if we destroy it once, it is no longer there to destroy. So let's say if get node or null of weapon is not equal to null. So if weapon still exists, we can destroy it. If it does not exist anymore, we can destroy it anymore. Same here, I'm going to copy the line. I'm going to get the mesh instance without the $sign, of course, mesh instance 3D. So if it is there, we're going to destroy it. If it's not there, we can no longer destroy it. And we no longer have that error. If you noticed, we're spawning enemies on the side of the map, and that is because the spawner is trying to spawn enemies inside this ramp, and it can't do that. So it throws the enemies outside of the edge. That's an issue that we're going to fix another time. We're just going to leave it like that for now. What we're going to do now is we're going to fix the spawn rate of our enemies, because we are spawning way too many enemies, and we don't want that. We're going to create a new variable called spawn rate of type float, and we're going to create another variable called spawn timer of type float also. So we're going to set the spawn timer equals to spawn rate at the beginning of the game, spawn rate, and we're going to check if spawn timer is less or is less than spawn rate. We're going to say spawn timer plus equals delta. So if it is less than our spawn rate, we're going to increment it over time. And now let's check if it is spawn timer. If it is larger than our spawn rate, then only then we can spawn. And let's reset it upon spawning our enemy. So let's say spawn timer equals to 0. Let's click around our spawner and set the spawn rate to say about 0.25. So we'll be spawning 4 enemies every 1 second. Let's try it again, and here it is. One last modification I want to make is that I want to make our bullet a little bit faster. So instead of 15, I'm going to put it at 50. And I want to increase our spawning rate. So I'm going to click on the weapon and I'm going to say 0.05. And this is actually better. Good enough, I think. In the next tutorial we are going to work on some effects. So we're going to work on the camera shake effect and the muzzle flash, maybe if we have enough time, or we'll do it in the next tutorial. Thanks for watching and see you on the next one.